What's the most embarrassing thing someone said about you when they thought you couldn't hear? 8th grade was rough. I wore the same black hoodie almost every day because it was comfortable and I didn't have to think about what to wear. Kids would call me weird behind my back, but I pretended not to care. One Thursday after school, I stayed behind to finish my science project about plant growth. Mrs. Davis told me I could leave it in the back room when I was done and just head home. The school was pretty much empty by then, just some teachers grading papers and the janitor making his rounds. I was packing up my stuff when I realized my notebook was missing, the one with all my project notes and sketches. I checked under every desk, behind chairs, even in the trash. Then I remembered. I'd helped carry some supplies to the teacher's lounge earlier and might have left it there. The lounge door was cracked open just a little. I knocked twice, but nobody answered. That's when I heard voices inside. Mrs. Davis talking to two other teachers I recognized. At first I didn't think much of it. Teachers talk about random stuff all the time, right? But then I heard my name. Liam? Oh, that boy, Mrs. Davis laughed, and my stomach dropped. Sweet kid, but he's just so odd. Always sitting there with that blank stare. Sometimes I swear he's slow or something. The other teacher, Mr. Kelly from the gym, chimed in. Isn't he the one who wore that same black hoodie for like a month straight? I bet his family can't afford anything better. Poor kid probably gets his clothes from the thrift store. Then Mrs. Watson from math class added, he gives me those serial killer vibes, honestly. Always so quiet, writing in that notebook like he's plotting something. Never talks to anyone, just stares. They all laughed. My face burned so hot I thought I might pass out. I wanted to run, but my notebook was literally on the other side of that door. I pressed my back against the wall, feeling like I was going to throw up. At least he doesn't cause trouble, Mrs. Davis said. But yeah, definitely not the brightest bulb. I don't think he's said more than 10 words all semester. His parents probably don't even know he exists. More laughter. I waited until they started talking about some other student before slipping away as quietly as possible. I never got my notebook back. I couldn't even look at Mrs. Davis the next day without feeling sick. That night at dinner, my mom asked how school was, and I just said fine, like always. But inside, I was dying. Every word they said kept playing over and over in my head. Slow, serial killer vibes. Poor, weird, odd. The next morning, I almost didn't go to school. But then I got mad. Really mad. If they thought I was weird and quiet, I'd show them what I could really do. I started raising my hand in every class. When Mrs. Davis called on me, I gave detailed answers that made her eyebrows go up. I joined the debate team and signed up for the science fair. At lunch, instead of sitting alone, I started talking to other kids about video games and movies. Turns out a lot of them thought I was stuck up because I never talked. Not weird. They just thought I didn't want to be friends. 3 weeks later, I gave a presentation on renewable energy that lasted 15 minutes. I had charts and graphs and even made a working model of a wind turbine. The whole class was quiet the entire time, actually paying attention. Mrs. Davis looked shocked. After class, she pulled me aside. Liam, that was incredible. I had no idea you were so knowledgeable about environmental science. Have you considered entering the regional competition? I just stared at her for a second, remembering what she'd said in the teacher's lounge. Then I smiled. Actually, Mrs. Davis, I've been thinking about it. I have a lot of ideas I've been writing down in my notebook. 2 months later, I won first place at regionals. The same teachers who called me slow and weird were suddenly telling everyone how proud they were of their star student. Mrs. Davis even nominated me for some academic award. But the best part? When they announced my name as the winner, I saw Mrs. Davis, Mr. Kelly, and Mrs. Watson all clapping and cheering like they'd believed in me the whole time. I never told them I heard what they said. I didn't need to.